Ba, 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 ba. We are live and we are. I am in a basement, not like not like Joe Biden's basement, but kind of bunkerish.
What about the basement from that 70s show? Is it like
that was a good show.
That was a cool basement, I guess.
that? Yeah. How you feeling? Are you feeling a little hazy?
What do you mean? I'm trying to get this damn TV to work. It's pissing me off. I didn't bring the remote once again. I'm gonna fiddle with it and I'm gonna play the song. Share this. Everybody that has tuned in so far, go ahead and take a minute to share the feed with your friends on Facebook and otherwise.
I don't have my phone on
YouTube or anywhere else. And
who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. Come fill your time. This pod's for all. From the Finger Lakes, join in the call. Learn something new about the Cuca Trail. Upstate New York, every episode I tell. Who's there? It's rare. Who's there? It's rare. It's rare.
That's a no to your question, Marianne.
Thank you.
It's only been a minute, so
I was scared.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Wait, bring that thing. Everybody missed what you had earlier on. Bring that thing back.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
I think it's outside.
Well,
and then I'll have Mary bring it.
Okay.
They need to make an appearance. Sometime before the end of the show, a cameo.
Cameo.
It's exciting.
I am so irritated. We've got this great new setup down in the studio, and I've got this big TV for a monitor so that I can see you guys.
Did you forget the remote control again?
And I forgot the remote control for the first.
Are you fucking kidding me? This is like the third week.
Yeah, I just got to put it in my backpack or something. And yeah, so I'm frustrated. And so anyway, the TV is a smart TV, so it wants to connect to the internet, and it can't because I don't have the remote to do it, and I don't have the remote to tell it to just forget about it either. So a big warning thing like in front of you guys. I can't even see you up there, so it's kind of irritating.
Wow.
And Jesse looks really good too, so you're missing out.
I never noticed how good the camera is in the studio. Look at it compared to ours, Marianne.
I know.
It's
ours
like
shitty.
Wild. Yeah. Wild.
I've got it zoomed in with better light today too. So
nice.
Phil looks more professional. Let's just say that. And Flat Marianne is representing.
Yeah. Where's Flat Jesse?
I had to have.
I need to make a Flat Jesse. Just put pomade on a chair and just.
Flat Marianne's keeping me company during all this. So.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Buenos dias. Buenos dias, everyone. Or buenos tardes. Yes. How's everyone doing?
Wait, what? Are you going to speak more Spanish?
No.
No.
I miss you guys. I've been to a couple places. I want to tell you all about them, but I want to connect with you. You ready for me now?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Go.
Okay. So Thursday, I went to Abandon. I don't know when the last time you guys have been to Abandon. I love Abandon, you know that. And they actually have beer. You know,
really?
Jeff finally has beer to sell. He obviously it's not just Jeff. It's not like he was just encouraged to make beer. He also probably just got ingredients too, and he was probably brewing this whole time.
Did they run out of beer?
I felt like the past few times I went there, I was just like, I don't know what to drink. I didn't really want anything, but it's like a new menu up there now, right? And I always go for my usual. The Vienna Lager is my favorite. They have the Porterback. They had this stout with brewed with Jamaican me crazy coffee, which is killer, which I really like. And they have something else that I think they just ran out of as like a smoky ale or something along the lines, but hung out with the usual Thursday crew, which is always fun. We're talking about like Ginny, Jamie, Dan the Rain made his special appearance. Obviously Chris Ray and Bailey. So Bailey was supposed to work for me Saturday at the wine bar, right? She already confirmed that she was going to work the wine bar Saturday for me, right? I get a text from her saying, so Saturday I can't work anymore. And I'm like, oh, is everything okay? And she's like, I'm like, well, don't, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got it. So Thursday I see her at Abandon. I'm like, so yeah, why can't you? She was talking about this new guy. I'm like, is that why you canceled to work with me on Saturday? And she's like, yes. Yeah, you're not coming to work to go on a date. And she's like, yes. I'm like, this is going to go in your performance review, by the way.
Well, sometimes guys are just more important, especially guys like me.
Wow.
So when you were drinking that Jamaican coffee,
yeah,
did you do the pickup line to anybody?
What pickup line?
Are you from Jamaica? Because you're Jamaican me crazy. That's where it goes from.
I had no idea. I had no idea where you're going with that.
Phil's disgusted. He's disgusted.
Phil's like, I don't use pickup lines.
It's my beard. It's like a magnet for women.
It is looking pretty luscious, my friend. It is looking pretty luscious.
Yeah, it feels as luscious as ever.
So everyone should totally go to Abandon. Do I sound good? I feel like I sound bad.
You sound great. Somebody's echoing.
I think it's me. Am I echoey?
Somebody's echoing. I don't know where it's coming from.
Go to Abandon.
Echoing.
Maybe it's you. The leaves at Abandon are fantastic, and the beer selection is also amazing, FYI. So that is what I wanted to share with everybody in public. And they do a great job, everyone wearing masks and keeping distance away from each other. On top of, they have outdoor seating, not only on their deck, but they also have a pavilion there as well. So I feel like that's a good plug for them as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I called, tried to get some kegs from there, and they told me they had none. So that was like last month or so. So they're definitely
you should connect with them. You should connect. You know, let me text Jeff for you, okay?
Yeah.
What beers do you have there at 18th?
Oh shoot. IPA, coconut brown, a cider, and I think that's it. Yeah. Where's
the cider from and where's the coconut brown from?
Coconut brown's Finger Lakes Brewing, and the cider's from a place called Mackenzie's. Yeah.
Oh, have you connected with Star Cider in Canandaigua?
No, I have not.
I haven't done it yet either. Phil, have you?
Does Phil drink cider?
I do drink cider.
No, he does. He drinks only my dry cider at the wine bar.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it dry.
You don't look like a guy that drinks cider.
What's a guy that drinks cider look like?
They wear a lot more scarves than you do.
I thought I told you that I actually make my own cider.
No.
I haven't had any of it.
Yeah. You want a bottle? It's not carbonated.
Sure. Yeah. It does it have alcohol in it?
Yes. It's about 7%.
Down. Down.
Yeah, it's decent.
So, anyways, there's something I wanted to bring up. I don't know how much you watch football, don't you, Marianne? Here and there.
I have to. Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right. So, did you see Dak Prescott last week?
Give me
quarterback for the Cowboys.
Is this with the leg thing?
With the leg thing.
Yeah, I know. Kevin showed me that. That would freak me out, by the way. Yeah.
Every time I see something like that, I want to call Phil. Like, Phil, analyze this situation for me.
So, Phil, are you aware of the footage on this?
Well, yeah. So I was actually surprisingly at the Laurentide at the time, and they had that up on the screen.
I'm shocked that you were at Laurentide.
And one of the guys just got up and left the room as soon as it happened. He was like, thought he was going to throw up. And I'm looking at it and said, oh, he's going to need at least 1 or 2 surgeries.
Oh my God.
And this is what's wrong. And the guy's like, well, you don't really know until, you got to get a scan. I'm like, no, it's pretty obvious what the injury is there. You need a scan to get what all the damage is. I mean, I've seen I've seen a lot of ankle dislocations, and I've seen a lot of fractures, and that was obviously both.
Wait, oh, you can do both?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Whoa, I didn't know that. Okay.
It was both. And you started asking me about it the other night. And so I actually have personal history with this injury.
Oh.
Is that this is really close to the injury that I got 8 years ago. And,
When you were playing NFL football?
Well, yeah. You didn't. Did you see that game?
I didn't know you then.
What were you doing when you did it?
Right,
I was
thank
playing
you.
pickup basketball in the mud.
Ouch.
I didn't realize, in my defense, I didn't realize there was mud there. It looked like just a patch of dirt, but it was dry on top and it was like slick mud underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And I planted on that thing and I pivoted and my foot just went all the way around. It was like, it was worse than it. I had a worse injury than his injury. My foot was pointed all the way backwards.
Oh, no.
Quick question. Was it the player's good call? Because he just like looked at his foot and he kind of like just hit it on the ground, right? He smacked on the ground. Was that a good move? I mean, it was so, it was
You know what? That's
insane.
the classic, when you break a bone, you should probably smash it up against the ground. That's
You gotta make sure it's really broken. Like,
He thought he could put it back. It's like, no, you can't put it back, dude.
So the thing is, when in a sports injury like that, I broke my arm playing football, and I like played the rest of the game. Like you really like your adrenaline's going a lot of times, and you don't even like notice something's that bad. But I mean, when your foot's that way, you should notice. Yeah. So
yeah,
you're just pretty much numb. I don't know if you've ever broke anything, but with adrenaline and everything, you don't really feel anything.
I remember I hurt my ankle once and I heard a pop and then like it went black and I fell. That's all the biggest thing. But when I saw that you were with me?
No, you came to see me afterwards.
Oh, okay. So moving forward, when you see an accident like that on the field, don't you kind of want to like cover the athlete? So it's, I don't know. I just feel like now we're like invading this crazy. Are you
so everybody doesn't have to be grossed out by it?
Oh my God. Like you think you can witness something like that. And then when you hit replay, you're like, nah, even with the slow-mo, I don't even want to, but I still don't understand what happened. So the other player's foot went into his, or I don't know how that happened.
What happened? Yeah. Well, what happened was they pulled down. So this is why horse collar tackles are illegal. I'm sure you don't know what that is, but it's where you grab a person from the back of their pads and pull them down behind them. Because what happens is you trap their ankles behind their body weight and your weight. And then what it does is creates pressure on the legs and snaps happen. So what ended up happening, it was kind of from the side. And that guy put his weight, pulled him from the side and put his weight down and caught his ankle. And then just like, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's a tough tackle. And a lot of times your feet usually slide out, but his feet stayed and that guy went into it. And yeah, but that's why I didn't know how bad it really is.
There. Yeah,
is he done for life, Phil? Will he come back from that?
Man, he's got all the resources to be able to do it, to be able to come back. He dislocated it, and it's hard to really get a full report on what happened, but my estimation, just based on the way that they treated it, that they did surgery right away that night. Mm-hmm. There's a pretty good chance that he actually broke both of the bones, the tibia and the fibula, and it's called a bimalleolar fracture. I actually had a trimalleolar fracture, which is even a little bit more complicated, and he might have had that, but I don't think so. If he had that, it's going to be a lot harder, because trimalleolar fractures, where there's actually a part of the bone that sticks down in the back that kind of adds stability. Oh. And so if that's also broken, it's really hard to get that joint stability back. Tell me if I'm getting too egg-heady. But
no, I think it's interesting.
So when both of those bones break, regardless, even if you don't have the third part break, and I don't mean that they only broke into two pieces. I mean, it could be more pieces. There's a lot of different ways for it to happen. But essentially that takes away a lot of stability. So it's a lot harder than just having one bone break. And usually if you've dislocated the thing, you've probably got more than one bone broken.
Huh.
Although not all. No, I shouldn't have said that. I'd take that back. But that was kind of the way I saw it, is he probably broke both of those bones. So yeah, so it will be a little bit harder, and they're talking about somewhere between 4 and 9 months for him to return.
Wow.
Will he be the same? I don't know. I mean, I know that when I did mine was, like I said, it was a worse injury, and I'm not a professional athlete, and I didn't have all the resources that he had other than my own knowledge. But it took me 2 surgeries over the course of 2.5 months. And it took me a little over 3 months to get back to where I was almost walking with less pain. But I had pain for 7 years.
Oh my God. So it's not painful now anymore?
No, I don't know if it was the weight that I lost or something else with my diet, but when I changed my diet and started the carnivore, my ankle pain went away in a few weeks.
It's another plug for the carnivore diet.
And the pain's never come back since then. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So and it was something that, like, I noticed it every single day of my life. It's depressing, to have even a low level of pain that is noticeable every single day.
Right. No, I had a pain in my finger once. Remember, I asked you about it, if you could fix it, because it was just annoying and it was just always there, and it kind of threw me off balance too. So, living with pain every day is hard. It's very, and I'm not talking about my finger pain. But.
What's going to be tough for him is, like, once you get hurt in a sport, you start you go back and you play a little timid, because you're like, because like you can practice and you're like, oh, I feel fine, I feel good. But once you get live in a game and you try to like go, that's like, it's when you make that big cut or the big tack, like anything where you're like, is it good or not? They really never know, because no one really gives it 100% until they're in a game, and then that's when it's like,
Yep.
So you're saying like he's kind of like emotionally scarred right now?
I think they're scared. Once you hurt something like that, you're like, I don't know if I want to get hit or move this way or that way, because I don't want to re-injure it. I mean, because he wasn't crying because of the pain. I don't know if you watched the video. That guy's a grown man. He's not crying because of pain. He's crying because he thinks his career's over.
I thought he was crying because he was in pain. Because I think when they were having him exit the field, he was tearing up.
He was crying. He didn't sign the contract.
No, seriously, I'm telling you right now, Marianne, that man was not crying because that hurt. He really wasn't. He's not. That's not why he's crying.
But side note, he did not sign that contract as well.
No, well, he should have signed the contract, because now guess what?
What?
He's franchise tagged, and then he's done. And so he's got like $32 million more. And I know it doesn't sound like much money, but it's
$32 million. I would take some 32. I would take $1 million.
So I have this thing about being rich. So if you live a lavish, rich lifestyle, and you live like you get paid $32 million, and then you don't anymore, it hurts. You know what I mean? It's like, you need that income. The more money you make, and the more things you buy, the more that income actually means a lot to you. So even though they're making $30 million, they need $30 million to survive, because that's what they have.
It's like heroin.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, how many people go, well, my boss,
you don't have it, you don't need it. But as soon as you had it, you're like, man,
my boss makes 5 times more than I do and all this. Yeah, well, because your boss makes 5 times more than you, his mortgage is 5 times more, his car payment's 5 times more, all his bills are 5 times more.
Unless you live But unless you live smart, though, so you can get paid like a lot of money. But I mean, if you realize that materialistic things are not really part of your life, you know what I mean? Like if you really downsize and you want to contribute money elsewhere, or you want to donate to whatever foundation. I don't think just because you get paid a lot of money, you're going to lavish it out and buy a Ferrari and have a house on the lake.
Not necessarily, but I'm saying, but a lot of people, when you have that money, you live that lifestyle. So that money hurts when it's gone.
I would have a house on the lake.
What's that?
I would have a house on the lake.
No, you wouldn't. I feel like you'd have a house in like a big cabin
in the woods.
With millions of dollars, I'd have fucking both.
If you had to pick, though.
Oh, yeah. If I could only have one.
Yeah.
You would live alone because you don't like people.
How much money did I have?
And you're moving Newbie in with you too. So it'd be you and Newbie in the woods. So yeah.
That sounds
Odd.
sounds weird.
I offended Newbie over the scarf thing, so I had to throw something at him. So I
Scarves
know
are
Newbie
amazing.
likes his scarves. I gotta back
Oh.
off the scarf thing.
Is somebody upstairs, Phil?
I didn't even unlock the front door. It's just the neighbors upstairs. You can always hear them walking around this time of day.
So we Kevin and I went to Green Front on Friday. I love the Green Front in Canandaigua. It's like one of my favorite go-to places. I always feel safe, and I always know I'm gonna have a good meal, and the beer selection is always cool, right? So there's a couple new breweries that open up there. I'm like, oh, let's go to Peacemaker, right? Peacemaker, have you guys been there?
Nope.
No. So went in there. It was late, and we had a hard time finding a parking spot, but eventually we did. And then we walked in, and they had live music. So I heard live music the first time in months. There was like us two, another table of four, and that was pretty much it there, right? And so I went over and I saw all these like food selections you're supposed to order from, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? You know me, I'm a creature of habit. I don't know what to do. If you put me in a new situation, I get really I don't know what I'm doing. So I look at the board, and I'm like, I see all this beer, and they have other beer from different places too, and I'm just like, okay, so this Etiquetteville, is it Etiquetteville? Is that what it's called? Ellicottville. And they have a Pumpkinville or pumpkin something latte, right? And I'm like, is it hot? Like, I don't understand this latte part. And she's like, no, it's not. It's cold. I'm like, okay, I'll have that. And so Kevin ordered this peach nonsense from something. And so we sat down and ordered and got our food options, like a Ziploc bag of pretzels and like a single slices serve of Cabot, which is $2 a person, like whatever, I don't care. So I take my first sip of beer, this was my face, no joke. I'm just like, I take a sip, I'm like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that was, but that was not. So me, I'm a trooper. I'm like, I purchased a beer. I haven't really found a beer that I absolutely hate. Friday night was the day I found the beer I absolutely despise, and I tried to drink the rest of it. I just could not drink the rest of it. Kevin's peach beer was better than my beer. And so he's like, you should say something. I'm like, no, I'm an adult. I made a bad call. I just won't drink anymore. And I quickly sobered up like right then and there. But you know what I enjoyed though, other than my company and whatnot? The music. I saw live music and I was very happy with that. So
gotta love live music.
Yes. I will definitely go back to Peacemaker and try and make a better decision. But the music was so loud, and I could have asked more questions, but I just wanted to get out of the way because I wanted to enjoy the music. So lesson learned, ask questions and try not to make that same beer mistake.
Same beer mistake.
A big mistake.
Yeah, but I would definitely try to go there again. We were going to go try the other beer place, but we didn't. What's that?
So just stop ordering stuff that says pumpkin in front of it and you'll do fine.
Unless it's Pumpkin, because that beer's killer. So.
Dude, Cuca Brewing pumpkin beer is absolutely amazing.
True. Yeah. It is good.
It is very, very good.
And that's a shout out to someone local. So very good. Yeah.
I have it at the wine bar, and I have this lovely lady and her son came in. His son, I think, is from Arizona. And he's like, I had the Trip Hammer pumpkin beer, and then I had the Cuca Brewing pumpkin beer. And he's like, which one's better? I'm like, you should definitely go with Cuca Brewing. And he did, and he absolutely loved it. So definitely a shout out to Cuca Brewing. They're doing shit well over there, though the Trip Hammer one is also really good too.
Yeah, never had the Trip Hammer one.
Well, I have a couple of cans if you're looking for something.
So how was the weekend? Were you guys busy?
Weekend was good. Weekend was actually really, really good. I actually got to experience Saturday where people are coming from Union Block. And Union Block people are telling them you have a 45-minute wait, which really translates to 25 minutes. So when people are coming in and you're trying to follow Cuomo's protocol at the same time too. So I'm being very upfront. I'm like, this is what's happening. I'll do the best I can, get this food out to you, but you have to order something. I did have a couple that was like, I don't want to order any food. I'm like, that's, I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. So he's like, can I get that can of Molson to go? And I'm like, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's right. You can give it to go.
Because I can do it, right? I can do it.
Just
so
can't open it for him.
Exactly. Yeah. So he paid for it and he gave me like a tip that was higher than the amount that I charged the Molson.
Oh God, there
I
you go.
might just keep Molson on forever because I'm like, people really appreciate it there.
Molson.
I know,
Molson,
right?
Molson's pretty good. Molson Triple X's. That's a
Didn't-
whack.
I didn't know they had triple X.
Yeah, not
Can
good.
you
for
get that
your
in the
health.
United States?
I don't know. I had it in Montreal, and I had like 2, and I was like, "Whoa, feeling pretty."
I didn't know. I don't think you can get it in the United States.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Probably like $7 a can in Canada too.
Oh, is it Connecticut? Connecticut and Canada?
Canada. Their beer's really expensive there.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like $50 for a 25 pack. I don't know why
No.
they sell it by the 25 pack.
Have you ever had Moosehead?
Moosehead.
I don't know what that is.
That's like the most Canadian beer ever. It's so good, and it's the best. It's a lager.
Is it made from bits of real moosehead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, can we still not go to Canada?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Why are we bringing the podcast to Canada?
Well, this is what I was thinking. I wanted to bring the podcast somewhere because I really been wanting to go to Abandon for their Bloody Marys, and I've also been told that Laurentide has Bloody Marys. I just want a Bloody
Made
Mary.
with my
What do you mean? Wait, so you want to do a Bloody Mary tour with the podcast?
I just
Want to go there?
I just want to consume a Bloody Mary. Period.
But you mean like on the podcast or just in general?
Either one
Oh.
doesn't matter. Or just hang out with you guys and have a Bloody Mary.
We
I
could do
don't care.
that.
I just love Bloody Marys. I love good company and good Bloody Marys.
So Phil and I are good company.
Hey.
It's sometimes.
She admits it. She admits
As long as Mary's around, then much better.
Yeah, I don't know with her. She's not very good company.
You guys, I'll tell you what, you guys missed out the other night at the 18th Amendment. You guys missed out on this great libertarian couple from Connecticut. Actually, I think they live in like Greenwich Village or something, whatever that's called.
Yeah, Greenwich. Yeah.
Yeah, Greenwich, like New York City.
No,
Yeah,
no. Greenwich, Connecticut.
Yeah, it's in Connecticut.
Yeah, but
it's
Greenwich is
right
near.
next to
It's
New
really close to New York City.
Yeah.
Greenwich
Yeah.
Village is in New York City, but Greenwich is in Connecticut.
Right, but it's very close to New York
Close to
City.
New
Yeah,
York City.
yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so first off,
Miriam's
Jesse,
from
we're-
Connecticut.
I
So
am from Connecticut.
Oh, okay. People get that. Usually get that wrong. Like they're like, "Oh, Greenwich," like in Manhattan. No, Greenwich. Connecticut.
Wait, so Jesse wasn't there either?
No.
Bill?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just me and your family, the rest of your family.
There you go. Sounds horrible.
It sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
There were some interesting conversations.
Was that the night you didn't leave until after 11,
Yeah.
and we closed at 9?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wait, was this Friday?
I tried to leave and they were like, "Hey, come like slide down." It's like, all right.
Uh-oh. Cool.
You don't-
Late night. No one tried to show up late.
No,
Wait,
but that couple, your dad kept talking to that couple, so they didn't leave. And then your mom was like, "Man, just let them leave." Well, they were nice,
Yeah.
but
Right.
and then they left, and your dad goes out to have a outdoor break for a minute,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden, a couple minutes later, he walks back in with them to sell them a bottle.
Oh God.
Your dad is
There you
the
go.
best salesperson ever.
He's something. No, but he's also a pain in the ass. He tells inappropriate jokes, and I always have to remind him, "Hey, Dad, this is 2020. Everyone's woke, so you need to just shut up."
Jesse, you're gonna get canceled.
Yeah. My dad's like, "They can't cancel somebody that's already been canceled." I'm like, "Dad, shut up." Well, he's like, "Before you were born, I was canceled." And I'm like, "Okay, Dad. All right, we're done."
What? When are we gonna have your parents on? I know
Never.
we keep bringing this up.
We had my mom on one day when you weren't
Yeah,
there.
we're- I told her that we're gonna actually start a second podcast. We'll have both and one of them is just gonna be called "You Know What Pisses Me Off."
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Better start working on material.
Before we go live, though.
She froze when we had her down there. She was like, I don't know what to say. And then somebody pissed her off at the restaurant the night before, so that's what pissed her off. It was pretty funny.
There's always something. It's always something.
Was it with the group with the kids? Was that the one? I only know about that one.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't remember what she was talking about.
It might have been. It might have been that, yeah.
What kid?
I was there. I was there with somebody. I think I was there with Amanda.
They like melted wax on the table or something.
Oh yeah, with the children. Yeah. It might have been.
There was a kids table.
Children, kids. It's just it's a synonym.
So change the topic and we'll keep it a little light. Did you guys see 243 people in Yates County are quarantined?
Yeah.
For COVID.
For how many? 200 what?
43 people.
In Yates County?
Is that what it's up to?
It was at one point. I think that was the max.
Let me see what it is right now.
How many people are in Yates County?
Oh, geez, there's got to be a shit ton. Phil would probably know better than me.
26,000.
Is it 26,000?
Wow. Yeah. That seems high.
Give or take.
I thought it was going to be lower than that.
Huh. Interesting. Wow. I bet you somebody that I would say either Phil or Newbie would know. Those would be my my go-to trivia people. So,
they do trivia well.
So we've got 57 active cases.
Okay.
We've got 230 who are in isolation or quarantine.
Okay.
35 travelers in quarantine.
Okay.
So
quarantining is a really good idea.
Oh, it's
because you're stopping the spread of this potential exposure, and in that way, that's not spreading. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
So if everyone just said shut it down for 2 weeks,
we've talked about this a lot,
and never left everyone in the world. Let's just say you could get everyone on the same page, right? And everyone just shut it down. How does that? Is coronavirus gone? Is that what they're saying?
I think there's some people who it maybe persists beyond that, and I'm not sure.
What about the comment? What about the flu? And what about
it
all
would
the other viruses?
Wipe out all disease.
It would have.
I'm just curious. I don't know.
For 2 weeks.
It would have to be more than 2 weeks. I think it'd have to be more than 2 weeks, and it's probably because the level of exposure. I think that they would come into play with that. I would say if you can somehow close everyone down for maybe 3 or 4 weeks, maybe it would make everything go away. But I don't know how feasible that would be able to do, because there are some people that really still do have to go to work. Like trash. Who's going to pick up your trash? Who's going to take care of your trash for a month?
You have to hold your trash for a month.
There's no way people can do that, though. No way people can do that.
Trash. I could hold my trash for a month.
You're one person.
Trash for a month is easy.
You're 2 people. Like,
but I think
I'm talking
everyone
about families. I'm talking about families, and especially people who live in like buildings, not their own houses.
I'm saying more about like consumer culture than it is.
Yeah, I'm more concerned with the doctors, and I'm concerned with the hospital people and firefighters. I mean, they have to go to work. Like, I guess you'd say people like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just wonder if you really did shut everyone down, does everything go away? I mean, right? Because
not everything.
I know transfers from person to person, right?
We did figure out a while back that I think it's chlamydia. It's like one of these STDs, like either chlamydia or gonorrhea. If we could just get everybody in the world to not have sex for 10 days, it would just disappear and it wouldn't exist anymore.
I like the idea of quarantining lasting way more than
I was going to say, Jesse, can you not have sex for 10 days?
Yeah, I mean, I did it. I did for 12 years once, so I guess I could. I guess I could try 10 days. Look at Phil's face. He's so done with this. Sorry, Phil. If there's a problem,
did you say 12 years?
Yeah, 12 years. It was 12, right? Come on.
I don't know. I didn't know you.
Phil's done with us. He's like, I'm sick of this podcast.
Wait,
Marianne still doesn't get it.
What?
She-
No,
wait,
12 years ago. 12 years ago. How old was I when I was 12? When you were 12?
Marianne doesn't
From
get
the
it.
day I was born until I was 12 years old. That's 12
I
years.
know what you were saying, and that's why I'm freaking out over here.
Okay. Oh God. Don't shut it down, Phil. It's all right. We'll make it through this.
Well, yeah, I guess this is part of what happens when you're live.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
Anyways, back to quarantining. So Phil, you having the medical stuff more than myself. I tried to talk to Mary about this, but Mary won't talk to me about it because I don't know. She says I don't know. Actually, I don't know why. Anyways, so is the spread of diseases person to person, correct? It's not like you go outside and you really catch a cold. That's a myth, isn't it?
Or yeah, essentially, yeah.
So
I mean, sometimes you can have, you've got loads of bacteria and viruses and stuff just right on and in your body at all times. So so the cold, typically a virus, you can get bacterial things too. And it just, everybody says, oh, you go out in the rain, you catch cold, but you don't really get it from being cold. But sometimes it can lower your defenses a little bit, but that's not why you got sick.
So to get sick, it has to be from being around another person that was sick.
Typically.
Yeah. Okay. So is that everything? Is everything like that?
No, you can get stuff from dirty stuff. Like you can
Like the stuff that's like on the surfaces or whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, right. But
you can get E. coli from yourself.
So if you shut down everybody and no one's seen another person for 2 weeks, I know it's not possible. Would it stop everything?
No, because then if you think about what's growing inside our own house now too, you know what I mean?
So that bacteria lives on surfaces for a long time. Is that
Bacteria? Yeah. Bacteria, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then the coronavirus,
you have more bacteria in your body than you do have human cells in your body.
So the coronavirus might not go away if you locked everyone down.
We want to lower the exposure. We want to lower the numbers.
Right.
So that
but
way
once everyone came back, wouldn't it just jump back up?
Well, I think that's what we're seeing now.
We want to lower as much as we can. So if you have to think of this logically, because whatever happened recently, everyone got together or something. I don't know. And then they exposed each other to it, and then they exposed somebody else to it. So that's how it spread.
Right. I get that, but I'm just saying. So if you lock down for 2 weeks and everyone's like, "Oh, we're good," then everyone comes back and we're not good. You know what I mean? Because somebody would still probably have it.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Because that was my main thing. I just want to know, like, if you locked everyone down, if you could get away, everything would be. What are you looking at, Phil?
Dude, you get that dust down here sometime. I was just looking at the buildup in the corner here.
It's a basement. It's a freaking basement.
I know.
Flat Marianne is not doing her work down there.
No.
I'm also looking at this hole that you stepped into the floor.
Oh God, I know. I got to fix that. Fun. Phil's over our 2-week quarantine conversation. He's like, I'm done. It's just something I've really thought about. I'm like, what would happen? Would it really go away? I don't know. So
I don't think it would, and it's a lot of other reasons too. I mean, you've got families quarantining together. You've got people living in apartment buildings that don't have the best HVAC, and so like there's even chances that it could be spread through that. I know one thing that is always tough to deal with is, if you're really locking down, what about the people that don't have access to like laundry? Like they're doing it in their sink. It's just kind of, it's tough.
You can't lock down naked.
Well, I mean, I did, but I don't know about everybody else.
Right, because you guys, like, I'm doing this podcast. I'm just wearing a shirt. I mean, what's the
Me too.
what's the difference?
So-
Look at Marianne, how confused she is.
Are you not wearing pants? And here's
Right.
a good question for our viewers, and I don't know if they want to ask or answer this question. How many of you sleep naked?
All right, just write into it's rare at gmail.com.
What a
And
weird
let us
thing.
know if you sleep naked.
And put it on record that Phil and I were not the ones that asked. I just want that out there. So, it was Marianne, not us.
Just well, because you're saying you're halfway naked. You have underwear on, right?
No, nothing. Just a shirt.
I'm just surprised that he's got it. I mean, I'm surprised that he wears t-shirts because he can't unbutton those.
Oh,
Are you
right.
feel claustrophobic in those in a t-shirt?
A little bit. Yeah. It's a little tough. Mary makes me wear clothes at the house. So part of being in a relationship. Anyways, so back onto the coronavirus thing. So did you notice a lot of places in the Finger Lakes are jumping up everywhere? Like everyone's like back. We're kind of spiking right now. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
And I've been worried about this moment that when we were at the beginning and they were locking down the whole state and we hadn't had any cases, and then we get here to where eventually you're going to have some cases, and then when it does come here, we won't have the experience. We won't have the doctors will have more information from what other doctors have done, but they won't have really a lot of experience with it. Just in general, and the community kind of at this point, I think, is become a little bit more relaxed about the idea of it. Everybody at the beginning was so jittery, and still sometimes some people now are really jittery, but a lot of people have kind of settled into where they realize, okay, I have to go about my business. And because we locked down so tightly at the beginning, we don't have a taste for that anymore.
No, we don't have a taste for the wintertime. But I think, and I talked to Phil about this, was that we were concerned about Memorial Day. We're concerned about 4th of July, Labor Day. And it was really Columbus Day weekend that kind of screwed everything up. But if you look at it too, it was colder and maybe more people got together. I don't know how many people got together over the summer. I kept my parties kind of like low, the amount of people I hung out with. I need to feel like I need to say that.
I never got invited to any, that's for sure.
But you know what I mean? Like I think a lot of us can agree that a lot of us haven't seen each other in months, and we've only seen other people who are in our tight group that we trust and know that they're not licking doorknobs or going in places they're not supposed to. You know what I mean? I think we've been more cautious about that way, but I think
Is that something you worry about?
Do people really lick doorknobs? I've seen Phil. I thought he was licking a doorknob, but I think he was just like looking at it. But I wasn't sure.
Well, you never know. You get too close to it.
He was really close. I don't know what he's doing to the doorknob.
But I think we're entering it now at a colder climate time right now. So how are we going to deal with it? I think summertime we handled it well, but we didn't know what we were doing. But
I'm gonna tell you, Christmas and Thanksgiving are gonna be like. I have a feeling, and it sucks because both the best holidays ever are going to be crazy.
It's not going to be the way it has been. I think a lot of people are not going to do those Christmas parties or the Thanksgiving parties. Like, I don't believe the turkey trot at St. Mike's is a thing right now. I think they went virtual with that.
Yeah,
so it's not going to be the same way like it has been.
Yeah, but families are going to get together.
They might. I mean, you might have some family members that might not feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of families talking about this exact thing, and they're not coming together. They're not going to have Thanksgiving together.
I'm not going to Connecticut. I can't go to Connecticut. I'm stuck
only
here.
Get so lucky. I mean, that would be so sweet. That would be the greatest thing that ever happened.
He doesn't, Mom, he does not mean that. He does not mean that one bit.
I mean it. Yeah. So I think they're going to be big time spreaders because people feel more comfortable around their family. So I think you're really going to bring the people that are a little timid more to the table during this time, because it's, you spend Thanksgiving with your family, you spend Christmas with your family. But I think it's going to be interesting. So
you will see that. I mean, they're not going to be wearing masks around each other probably, and if they're all sitting around the same table together. But at the same time, outside of a few families, most of those people are not getting together with more than 10 or 15 people. So if on one day you see 15 people, the most you can spread it to is 15 people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they can then go spread it on beyond that. It can be kind of the beginning of a spike. But I'm not super worried about it, because I don't think that there are going to be a ton of mass gatherings.
Yeah.
Well, let us know how you handle your situation with your family. Phil, I want to hear about your family. I will not be visiting my family this year, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll depend on what happens between now and then.
Hmm.
I'm just going to try to isolate with the turkey myself. So I'm going to ask my mother to make me my own turkey, and I'll make the sides, and I'll just isolate myself in my room with a turkey.
So is she going to drop the turkey off to you?
Yeah, of course, she's my mother. That's part of being my mother.
Now, is she going to cook the turkey, or are you going to cuddle up with it?
Oh, God.
Are you going to have a pet turkey?
Wait, can I tell you a story about pet turkeys? Okay, here we go. Ready for the story? So my buddy he had turkeys, real live turkeys, just lived in his yard, whatever. I don't know, they're like pets or something. And so we're playing football or something. I don't know what happened. And the ball goes, and I catch a ball, and I find myself in the middle of the yard surrounded by turkeys. It was I was about to get gang beat by turkeys. And then I remember all my hunting, and I'm like, dude, those things got some gangster claws on them. You wouldn't want to get wrecked by some turkeys. And this big turkey takes off after me. I've never Usain Bolt couldn't have caught me, dude. I was gone. That thing was on me, flying, and I'll never forget. And every time I went to the house, if that turkey was there, I was dominated by a turkey. I'd be like, no. And I always said I was going to eat that son of a bitch, and I never got a chance. He died, but I need to eat him. So
he died of natural causes.
Yeah, because nothing could kill that thing. It must have just died.
You got beat by an old turkey. Is that what you're trying to say?
It didn't beat me. I ran for my life.
But you got scared by an old turkey.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, maybe I can box it, and then I'm like, it doesn't know how to box. What am I gonna do?
From any other farm animals?
Well, you know what? No, I don't. I think that's the only. Well, actually, I lied. There was a goat, and he kept smashing me with his horns, and he hit me in my knee and hurt my knee. And I was I was trying to get the hell away from him. Then I was wrestling him, and then he got back up and started whacking me again. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm not gonna.
You were fighting a goat.
Yeah. It was my buddy's goat. It liked to play. So he'd play wrestle with it, and it'd wrestle and be all excited. That's why I have a hard time eating goats, because they're like a dog.
Oh, they are delicious though.
Yeah. So listen, Marion, I grew up in Dundee. Okay. It's a little different over here compared to the rest of the world. So
you have friends that were goats.
They have goats, they have turkeys. So
you got bullied by a turkey, but you were friends with goats.
What happened, Phil, with a cow?
I got chased by a cow once.
Is that why you love steak?
This was a dairy cow, though. I wouldn't want to eat that. It was just, it had escaped from its corral or whatever, its area. And I was 12, and I was at this party. I watched a lot of Westerns at the time. So I was like, all right. All right. That fucker just turned on me. It started running straight at me. I thought I was gonna just corral it back in through the gate, and it just booked right at me. So I'm full clip, just running as fast as I can back toward the party, and I'm like, at least it'll maybe get distracted and chase somebody else but it gave up halfway.
Yeah, because Phil's from a pretty country area himself.
I
So,
would like to apologize to our audience for I have no animal stories, like unlike my two colleagues here. So I'll have to work on that.
I have a really good story. This is one of the best moments of my life, funniest moments. So I went to me and my buddy were at Alfred. We made good friends with these kids, and they were from the Bronx, Harlem, and Queens. These three kids. So from the city, never been out of the city a day in their lives. And then went to Alfred College, and it's like, why the hell did you guys pick Alfred if you live in the city? Anyways,
it's a great area, by the way.
Yeah.
Good plug for Alfred State and University.
But you wouldn't think that city kids would want to come out in the country. And anyway, so I'm like, hey, you guys want to come back to my hometown? We're having like a family party, whatever. So I bring these kids back to Dundee, and we're like
family.
Then we're like driving by, and they see a deer, and they're like, whoa, that was a deer. Like they couldn't believe. So we're like driving. Anyways, we get up. I'm like, hey, we're going to camp. And they're like, oh boy. They were like, we've never camped. Like, what do you do? And these kids, you should have seen the stuff they packed to camp. It was awesome. Well, anyways, long story short, it was a crazy camping trip with these.
Can you list any of the stuff that they brought?
Yeah.
Homemade.
Like the one kid brought a couple sticks because he didn't know, so he found sticks at the college and put them in his backpack because he thought we'd need them for the fire. I don't know what he was doing.
S'mores.
The other kid packed 5 sleeping bags. He was like, I don't know. It was insane, the stuff that they were bringing. I was like, guys, we're gonna make it. And the supplies they brought for one night was insane. Cases of water. I don't know what they watched way too much TV. So I live next to a Mennonite farmer. And I told them, let's go cow tipping. And they're like, oh, whoa, yeah, cow tipping. I've heard of that. So these kids, they're all pumped up. They're ready to go cow tipping. And I know damn well cows don't sleep standing up, but these kids really think they're sleeping. And I'm telling these kids, I'm like, all right, each of you go to a cow, and all you do is you just tap it and it'll just fall over. And I'm like, don't go behind it, because I didn't want them to get kicked. I was like, just go to the side, and yeah. And they're like, these kids are just they're sneaky. They're sneaky. I was like, gotta be quiet, don't wake them up. The one kid gets about 3 feet from this cow, and this cow just turns at it and makes a noise. Dude, those kids disappeared. And I swear to God, I pissed my pants laughing. I've never laughed so hard. And they're telling me how I betrayed them, and they couldn't believe me. And they were like, they almost died. They were mad at me for weeks. Every time I went back to college, they'd be like, this guy tried to kill me with a cow. It was so funny. Yeah, it was awesome. They've never seen a cow before. So they couldn't believe how big it was. And yeah, it was it's just funny seeing what people in the city, to us, that's nothing. Cows mean whatever. Yeah.
Lessons that I've learned from this story. Hey, Jesse, if you ever ask me to go camping with you, I will say a hard no, because I know you're gonna try to kill me or make me pee my pants or something. Or I'm not doing any of that with you.
Camping's
but when I do have friends who don't live or haven't been around this area, they're so amazed by Mennonites and their horses and buggies. They're amazed by that. So there's another thing too that we take for granted, that we see all the time, that we always have to drive responsibly around too. Kind of do a little plug for that as well.
Yes. Yeah. Some people do drive a little crazy around them.
Well, they do. And there's horrible accidents. I don't know about the latest one that happened maybe about a month ago, where I believe some of a family got hurt really badly, or I don't know if someone got killed, one of the two. But It's always good to be very responsible when you have to pass them.
So I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna grab the surprise.
It's an engagement ring. Hey Phil, so the gift he's gonna the gift that wait, what are you saying?
He had pants on.
Oh, he did. I didn't even wasn't paying attention. Thank you for paying attention. So this gift he's going to show us, it's going to lead to the ring. You know this, right?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. There it is.
Should have done this live the first time. Look at this baby. Oh, what do you got to say to the fans at home? Do you have anything to say, Kaya?
What is the husky? Kaya?
Kaya, yeah. That's what Mary named her. It's from a book Mary's reading. So,
is it a husky book?
A lot of weird books out there now, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. So
It's a
she's
girl.
cute. Yeah, look how cute she. Look at those blue eyes.
Dogs
Pretty.
can have a lot of energy.
Oh yeah, she's crazy already.
Does she
man.
have a lot of room to run around in Dundee? You don't have a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
room up there.
yeah. We got a huge yard.
Is that like
You
3 months
do?
old?
Yeah, 10 weeks.
10 weeks? Oh, that's
Yeah.
close.
Look at these teeth. Wait, show
Let's see.
them the fangs.
Rawr.
There's some little needles.
Yeah,
Yes.
they attack.
I hope
Oh, yeah.
I hope Kaya destroys all your really good clothes and boots and whatnot.
You wouldn't do that, would you, pup?
Yes. Yes, you can.
She's
yes, you will.
lazy. She's so sleepy because she wants to stay up all night and play because she's crazy. So.
She's preparing you for babyhood.
Babyhood. What do you think, Kaya? Are you done with the podcast? You're gonna go meet Hawkeye?
Oh, yeah. They'll have a good time. I should bring Hawkeye up to your place sometime.
You should. Ugh. Do you want to say anything else to the fans? Anything? Any last words?
Do you want to eat the microphone?
She's
Yes.
like, please put me down.
You just got her, what, Thursday?
Yeah.
So any like mishaps so far?
Yeah, she's not potty trained or anything, but so we're working on that. But the big thing was she's already chewed straight through a cord. So that was fun. Yeah, it was my laptop cord. I'm just like playing on it, and the cord keeps dangling in front of her, and I'm not paying any attention. And then I look down, and all of a sudden the computer starts making all these weird pop ups, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, it's dead.
That's not good.
I can't believe you did that to me.
So anyway, you're getting a new laptop cord.
Yes.
I thought we were friends. Oh no.
Oh, Kaya.
What do you
You're
think,
gonna
Pup?
cost Jesse so much money. Hey,
Oh,
applaud
yeah.
you.
Oh,
Totally.
All right,
Totally.
Pup. Let's go. We're done. Look at how she's
She's like
super pup. Okay, come on.
So whose idea was to get the puppy?
anybody that's just listening to this and not watching it, that was a husky puppy.
Beautiful blue eyes. That thing's gonna be huge.
Oh yeah,
Huge.
and just the amount of energy that those dogs have is incredible. There's a reason that they choose them, other than their thick fur for pulling sleds.
Right. Oh, are we gonna have sled rides? That'd be fun.
That would be fun. Have you guys ever owned a husky or been around one?
Yes.
Been around some, yeah.
Yeah, we had one when I was younger, and they are so cool. The way they, so they won't come in the wintertime, and people think you're abusing them because they love it. But it would snow because in Barrington where we live, like we get way more snow than everywhere else. But you'd like go outside and you'd be like cinnamon or old dog, and all of a sudden you just watch poof out of the snow. This freaking husky just like boom, like so happy. They're so cool.
Oh, it's so cute.
But
I'll bury them.
Too much energy. So they're very high energy. You got to like work them.
So what's your plan? Like, what's your plan for using up that dog's energy?
So, firewood. That's what we used to do with our old dog. Is we'd put firewood on a sled and make her pull firewood from like where we kept it to like the house and stuff.
Yeah,
it's fun. And then we used to my little brother. We just hook a sled to her, and she would pull him around for hours. And he'd have like the time of his life. Like she'd just pull him around, and they'd both have fun. And she would go all day, and he's just happy to be pulled around. So yeah, fun.
You should get a treadmill.
Really?
A treadmill?
Yeah.
Why? We live on like 110 acres up there. It just should be good.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. The only thing I worry about is some dumbass hunter like thinking it's a coyote or wolf or something. That's my only concern with the dog that looks like that. Maybe
if you put like a jacket around it, so they'll know that somebody owns it. I don't know why you're laughing. I thought it was a good idea.
No, it is a good idea. I mean, some people really do. They put
Maybe an orange collar.
I seen one where a lady put an orange vest on a deer, and I was like, "You're just trying to get that deer shot." Like, it can't camouflage with orange.
I don't know. Like the hunter would be like. The hunter's like, I'm shooting myself. Like, it's kind of a weird situation. So, Jesse, here's the thing. When couples get, when they move in together and they get animals together, like, you see where this is going, right?
Mm,
They build houses together. And
yeah, it just sounds like a partnership to me. Sounds like a business partner.
No. Business partners don't live with each other.
They should.
No, they should not. They should not live with each other. I'm just very curious. Now you got a dog together. I'm just wondering where we're going with this.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just think I don't know. Just like we're like business partners, we just pay half and half and like live in roomies.
if that's Jesse, if that's what business partners are, I'm gonna throw this paperwork away.
You don't think you could live with me, Phil? I think we'd last like 2 days. We'd be okay.
We could probably live in the same, building, but I don't know about like all that other extra stuff.
Oh God.
Wow.
I think if Phil and I lived together, there's too much we peer pressure each other a little too much. We would not be as productive people. We live close by. It wouldn't be good.
I would want my own wing and nowhere near you guys whatsoever. I would never be there.
Are we gonna throw a toga party this summer?
What? Toga party? Summer?
2021?
I hope so.
2021. Toga party where?
In the woods?
How old are we?
Old enough to
Toga
party.
Old enough to party.
I don't want to wear a toga.
I want to do we should do a Scottish party for Phil so he can wear his kilt.
I've got an extra one for you.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm not wearing underwear. I refuse. So
you can't go regimental in another man's kilt. You got to get your own kilt if you're gonna wear no underwear.
That's true.
I can set you up with a good
kilt
supplier. Yeah.
What's it called? Regimental. What's
regimental?
That? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Like when you go commando.
Yeah.
So when it's in a kilt, it's called regimental.
Yeah. So have you guys ever seen that Facebook game where it's like at the first person and you're stuck living with them in this place and it's like the beautiful mansion or out in the woods and it's like awesome cabin?
Yeah.
So I did my and it was like this beautiful mansion on the water with a boat and it added Marianne. That's who I had to live with for a year. And I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be way too easy. This will be fun.
I just want a house on the lake or some sort of ocean front. I don't need a mansion. Just want some sort of like cottage. I would be happy with that.
That would be
Maybe
nice.
we should just buy a really massive. We'll just all pitch in together. Just buy a really massive house. Everybody gets their own wing, and then we've got just like a central area with, a pool table for Dawn and a studio.
Can we move Newbie to the basement?
Yes.
Yeah. Newbie can have the basement.
All right, Noob. You get the basement or the attic, Noob. I'll let you pick whatever one you want. Because you can't sleep on the couch. Phil, who's Tino? Who's Tino? Tino was a dog that I had from, God, I was about 13 when I got him. And he passed away about 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So that was your dog?
I had him for about 16 years.
Wow.
You took him with you?
No, I couldn't.
No. Okay. I didn't know.
No, he stayed with my dad when I moved away. So
Tino.
Because he was too old to. He was too old to bring back and forth across the country.
Yeah.
And then he lived for several more years, but he didn't have all the energy he used to have.
Did you talk about Hawkeye recently about what happened? Was it last week? Yeah, you were. This is a really good story.
The escape artist?
Yeah. So I don't know what, I was getting ready to cook breakfast. I cook breakfast on the back porch now because I'm just trying to spend as much time outside as I can.
Right.
And I got a little griddle out there so I can, fry up my eggs and steak and whatever. And I typically I don't leave the collar on the dog when we're in the house because it irritates his neck a little bit. He wears it all the time now. And it's got my phone number right on it. But he didn't have that on. And I accidentally left the back door open and I hadn't closed the gate on the porch. So, usually I let him sit out there with me and I don't know, he must have just wandered out. And so I searched the house twice because I found him in the bathtub before. Like there have been times when I
just
thought
laying in the bathtub.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I found him in the bathtub and been like, oh, okay, all right. Or he'll be, laying on my bed and not even realize that the door's open. So I searched the house twice, and then I started going all over town looking for him. I walked around the block. I took a piece of his food bag because it makes that sound, and he'll come running because he thinks he's gonna get fed, which he would have. And anyway, so I'm running all over the place. I'm going down to the park. I'm going down the outlet trail. I'm going down down here downtown. I want to make sure that he's at least not where there's a lot of traffic. And if he is, I want to go catch him. And I posted up on Facebook. And I'm still looking, and people start calling me and texting me, how can I help? And really the response in Penn Yan is unbelievable, because within 20 minutes I had all these people wanting to help. And then
I was one, if anyone's wondering, because
Jesse I was at work, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then I had people that were going to come from an hour away to come help me too. It's crazy.
Oh, Michael Haley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I talked to him last night, and he's going to come on the podcast sometime.
Oh, good. Did you see him at 18th Amendment?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't come to the wine bar last night. I was waiting for him. Oh. Thanks, Jesse.
Sorry.
So, anyway, one of our friends had found my post, and at the same time, one of the local Penn Yan police officers had picked him up and posted it on her Facebook. And they both did the old, hey, is this the same dog thing? And then I had to track him down, figure out how to get a hold of this lady and go get the dog. She posted a picture of him in the back of a cop car, and he really liked
he got arrested.
So I'm pretty sure all that happened. I mean, he must have been on my street, and they drove by and they saw this dog loose with no collar.
Right.
They just opened the door and were like, come here. And he probably just ran up and jumped in.
Just hopped in. You think it was that easy?
Yeah, really? Yeah, 100%. If it's like he runs to the car. He doesn't want to stay in the car for a long time, but he wants to get in it.
So your dog got arrested.
No, it was more like Hawkeye was like, screw Phil. He neglected me for so long. I want to go to somebody else.
Totally. So then they had him for a little while. They had him for a little while, and then they took him up and they dropped him off with animal control. And I don't know, it was weird. I called. They said they dropped him off at the Humane Society, which is not the same. And so I called the Humane Society thinking that doesn't make any sense, but I guess that's where they said he is. So I call them and I said, oh, I think you have my dog. And they were like, okay, what kind of dog do you have?
You have many dogs here, sir.
I said, well, he's a chocolate lab named Hawkeye. And they were like, oh, well, we don't have any male chocolate labs right now, so I don't think we have your dog.
Dog thieves.
And I said, oh, well, they told me that he'd be there, and maybe the dog catcher hasn't, animal control hasn't been there to drop him off yet or something. And they said, oh yeah, no, we're not affiliated with animal control, so it's completely separate. As I'm explaining this all to them, my phone starts ringing through on the other line. I answer it. It's animal control calling me saying, hey, I heard maybe we've got your dog. He's an older chocolate lab. I said, yep, that's him. Been looking for him. So he said, okay, where are you located? So I just gave him my address, and he brought him right now.
Oh my God, what's going on here?
Pulled into my driveway.
No, bring them over my house.
He goes, haven't we met before? Haven't I been here? I've met this dog before. And he hadn't met that dog before. So I got the dog back, so thanks to everybody that helped with that, by the way. And oh man, the guy was nice, and I said, yeah, no, we actually met about 6 months ago when Black Lab followed me around the neighborhood, and I called you to come pick him up here. So that was the reason you were here last time.
Freaking Hawkeye. What a little escape artist.
So
Yeah,
now
he-
Hawkeye has a leash, though, or not, but a collar with your
Yeah, with
name
the
on
collar.
it.
Yeah.
Does he run away when he's
No.
outside?
No, he's no.
No.
He
Okay.
couldn't have been. I mean, he'll follow his nose, but he likes to stay close by. So I don't know. He must have just gone out front, or down around the corner or something, and
A squirrel ran out. He probably chased that damn thing.
yeah, or a cat.
Yeah.
Something.
Really gets
Yeah.
fired up about cats. I was
On the
I kept asking all the people that were walking their dogs. I was like, "Have you seen a brown dog running around?" Because he would just, he'd go follow a dog.
right.
He loves dogs.
How
You
long after you lost him did you post on Facebook?
Well, I don't know exactly when he got out. It couldn't have been 10 or 15 minutes before I noticed that he was gone. Probably less than that. And then I went and it probably took me another 10 or 15 minutes to post it because I thought I was just going to find him right away.
Right. Yeah.
So I went and tried to find him and I didn't.
Well, I'm glad that you all found Hawkeye. That's important.
Yeah, no, it was like, and then I told everybody that was trying to help me. I was like, all right, I'm going to go throw up now. And then I'm going to pick up my dog because all
I
the
bet.
adrenaline that was flowing of like trying to make sure that I didn't lose him. That, when you come down off of adrenaline, it just makes you nauseous.
Yeah, dude, I bet you were anxious as hell. Like when you text me, I'm like, I'm sure you're nervous. It's never good when you lose your dog.
You didn't text me.
Yeah. What?
Jesse texted me first.
I text him.
Oh,
I text him asking if he needed help. And
You
then
were at
asked,
work.
I don't care. I could have helped some other way. I don't know what, but I would have figured something out.
my main concern was getting Phil to get the dog because I
Right.
thought he would have had to go pick it up, and I know he only had his bike, and I was like, that ought to be
Which
interesting.
leads me to others.
I was gonna ride my bike up there and then leave it and walk the dog back and
Right.
then go back and get the bike.
That's why I asked you if you needed a ride because that's what I thought you were gonna do. I was like, yeah, I'll give him a ride.
Phil, you need to get a vehicle.
Yeah, I've actually been shopping for a vehicle. I test drove one the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, but so what I'm looking for everybody out there that's I'm looking for a Toyota Tundra.
Really?
From the years 2004 to 2006.
Okay.
And with a really good frame on it. So the one I looked at, it had like a pretty solid frame, but it was weird because it had like, you could tell that it was rusty and it was kind of scaly. You know how rust gets kind of scaly on a truck's frame. So it's kind of like that. And then it looked like they just took a wire brush to it and then painted it with like Pour 15 or some kind of self-etching primer.
Why a Tundra, not a Tacoma? I feel like you're more of a small truck guy.
Yeah, well, the older
That's
Tundras,
not like Marianne's laughing. No, I'm serious.
that generation of Tundra actually is about the size of the new Tacomas.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, because I thought the Tundra was a big truck.
The new one is, yeah.
Okay.
And I'd still buy one of those if I found a good deal on it, because they're just damn good trucks.
The Tacoma's a good truck. Those little
Tacoma's a
trucks.
house
Oh,
truck.
wait.
Yeah,
No.
Tacomas
I don't
are
want to.
house trucks, but I just have to find one that's a good deal.
Okay. We're not going to do card talk right now, are we? Because I've already suffered through that before. I don't really want to suffer through that again.
Should we talk about his Jeep? How he's
You're
going to
just a
rebuild it?
Sorry, you're just a victim. Like,
I'm a victim.
oh, I had to listen to somebody talk about cars for 3 minutes.
Okay,
But-
it was more than 3 minutes, and it was a Laurentide, and you guys went back and forth, and I'm just like, I just need someone else to talk to at this point.
And then she has to watch football today. It's going to be a tough day for her.
So there's a truck
Yeah.
that I wanted to go look at down in Pennsylvania, and it wasn't
It
perfect,
was-
but it's pretty good shape,
It was like orange. Was it orange?
like maroon.
Maroon. So close.
So anyway, I was looking through eBay the other day, and that
Mhm.
exact same truck came up on eBay. So I'm following it on eBay to see if I can get a better deal.
Well, I wish you all the luck.
And if
All
I
the
can,
luck.
yeah, we'll see.
Can I just say something before I forget? Because I feel like I might. I also went to Lionsmith. Do you remember
Oh, yeah. I wanted to go check that out. Yeah.
They did reopen. We did go there yesterday, and I have to say, great. Overall, great. I only had like 3 beers there, but the 3 beers I did have there, I was very, very happy with.
What kind of
So-
beers were they?
Were they? Oh, well, go ahead. Answer Phil's question.
So the first one I had, it was Reed's. I know it wasn't maybe the first one, but I know one of them was Reed's ale, and it's super light. So definitely for those people who like to consume a lot, because it's only like over a little bit 3%, but it was very flavorful, and I enjoyed drinking that one very much. They have one with honey, which when you're drinking it, great. The aftertone is a little ends on a little sweetness. And then there was the third one I remember having, but I was too busy talking to Kevin, so I can't remember what the third one was. But it's much more spacious. If you remember where it was before, it's different location, really close to the trading post. So if anyone's looking for some food options over there, eat there. That's what we did. We had lunch at the trading post, and we had some Lion Smith. So I would have to say you guys need to check it out. I was pretty happy with the beer selection over there.
Is it the same style of beers as they did in Penn?
Yes, but they have a different variety when I was there yesterday. So
I was never really a fan of their style of beer. I just don't like the English style.
I think you should just remove the word English. I mean, there's obviously a technique that Dave does, but I think since now he's in a different location and he has equipment that he can work with, it's going to be a different situation. So cool. I think the Reed's ale, I might be labeling it right now, but I was superly happy with that, and I look forward to having that one again, at least, because that's the biggest concern, is when you're so concerned about having a beer or two, the drive home is always like, oh, you know what I mean? So you got it. But that one was like no brainer. It's like super easy to just be safe with, too.
Nice.
And you're supporting a local family as well.
So did you think that like the quality had improved from?
When I was talking to one of my other friends about that same situation, yes, the quality, the equipment's different. The setup is different. And when you start, or you're brewing at a place that makes more sense, and there's a lot of love and family and effort that went into it from that family, there's only good things that can come from it. And I fully support that family as much. I do miss them as neighbors, but I think this situation will be a better fit for them. And being so close to the college as well will be really good, and close to the wine trail as well, because their locations sucked before.
I was trying to be nice when I didn't want to say quality, but Phil, that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah. So I just, wasn't my favorite.
I think you guys will be very happy with it, because I remember I spoke to someone. They're like, "Well, isn't it the warm beer?" I'm like, "No, you're thinking of the Seneca place on Seneca Lake. Yeah. Like this. No, Dave's beer was never warm.
No,
it was not that. I'm telling you, you guys need to check it out, try it out, and I think you'll be very surprised. And I'm proud of another awesome brewery that opened up or reopened up in our area.
So when are you taking us?
I'm taking you.
When are you taking Phil and I to the brewery?
Do you want to go Wednesday? We can go Wednesday.
Maybe. Okay, done.
check your calendars, done. Boys, and see if just
Marianne's gonna drive us to the Linesmith, and then take us to dinner at the trading post. It'll be perfect.
I didn't know I didn't know this was a date.
Oh, she's starting to back out. Phil.
I didn't know this is a date. I'm dating both of you. As long as you guys don't do car talk for more than like 10 minutes, I'll be okay.
Is that a cardigan, Phil?
Roll over.
Are you chilly?
No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
It is really cute.
Wow.
Well, he's lost all the weight. He has had to get a new wardrobe.
He's got cardigans and stuff like. He picks on my pomade, but he's wearing a cardigan. I mean, I don't know. He needs to decide what's going on.
Could you imagine if he had some hair gel? Oh my God, he'd be freaking pimping it.
He'd look like some guy you'd see in Manhattan. Like that's what he'd look like. So one of those guys.
Can we just
was in Manhattan?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was for a different reason. But can we just please?
Not because I liked it.
No. Can we just put some hair gel in your hair for the love of God and just see what it would look like, please?
I got a fun picture of Phil's hair for you. I'll send you a picture of it.
Is there hair gel?
Oh yeah.
Is there a
Right
hair gel?
I'm gonna send you a picture right now.
I don't have my phone on me right now. My phone's in my car.
Okay,
My
it's
phone's
all
in
right.
my car.
You'll
in your
see it.
car.
You'll see it when you
Well, because
get
I
your
have to
phone.
mow my lawn. I gotta mow my lawn. It's very
Did
important.
you figure out how to start the lawnmower yet?
Yes, I'm hoping I'm strong enough to pull it. I'm just
I believe.
not that strong.
Make Kevin mow your lawn. That's what you do.
I don't want him to mow it. I just want him to start it, so then I can mow it. Because I just want to mow my own lawn.
You know, you got to start the lawnmower more than once.
Phil, am I allowed to show that picture on the podcast?
Yes.
So we were making fun of Ruth because Ruth had that.
So can I show it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me see if it works. Oh, there we go.
I can't. What? I don't know what I'm looking at. Is that a barrette?
I told her it
the
looked
hair
like
clip
one of
of
those little,
Phil.
it looked like one of those little key tag things.
See, he's like
where you have
very hair
like
flippy.
tops, you know. And so
Look at it. Look at it.
So my thing is, you'll put that thing in your hair, but you won't put hair gel in there.
yeah, because I didn't have to wash that out of my hair.
Why is Newbie saying Harry? What happened? Was it named something? What's going on? Like, why is it called Harry?
Harold?
Harold? Maybe your nickname is supposed to be Harry. I don't know.
Oh, because he was talking about the cardigan. Harry.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
It's just it's another line from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh,
okay. I watched that last night.
I took care of it. When he taped the head back onto the parakeet. And then boy.
Right. Well, I need to go because I got to mow my lawn. So
you always have something.
There's always a reason.
You just go.
You just leave.
Are we on for Wednesday? Just boys, just check your schedule to see if we're on for Wednesday, okay?
Here's a more important question. Are we on for Thursday? What's going on Thursday?
What's going on Thursday?
What's Thursday?
The debate.
Are they going to do it?
Looks like it.
What time?
I think 9.
I have to work the bar. I can come over afterwards because they debate for a long time.
Okay.
Wait, you said for sure they're doing it, Phil?
I think so. Well, I'm gonna have to. We'll see.
Newbie, do not encourage.
But if it goes on, I think we should carry it.
Okay, sounds good. So let me know about Wednesday.
Come up with a plan for election night too.
We'll have to update the drinking game. What?
What was that?
Election night? Oh God, I so want to be on air for election night. I want to be on air when the world starts burning. I gotta be. I want to be here.
Yeah, we should. Yeah. Oh man, you think we can get all the triggered people just like screaming, crying with the veins popping out that they like? Oh my God, Trump won again.
All right, on the note, I'm gonna go.
Bye, Marianne.
Love you guys. Marianne. Wednesday.
We're looking forward to our Wednesday date.
Wednesday. I'll pick you up at 18th Amendment. I'll pick you up at there.
Not in Dundee.
I'll pick your ass up at Dundee.
Pick me up after work.
No.
Just swing through.
Because I'm not swinging you back.
Look at Phil. He's so disgusted with this conversation. He's had the looks today. Phil's the dirty look giver today. He really is.
Oh, I mean, the things you talked about.
I got water down here.
All right, guys, I gotta go. See ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Fun. Sweet. So Thursday we'll I'm down. We just got to update the game and make it into a big deal and all that fun stuff again. So
right. So let me see if I can pull up an article. Make sure that we've got the debate coming up again. I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, I'll put out information on it on the page of what we're planning on doing. But I think we should definitely carry the debate, and we should definitely be on for election night.
Yeah. Did Marianne say she's gonna be able to do it? Probably not, right? That's what she said.
She was you mean this week?
Yeah.
She
This
sounded like
Thursday.
maybe after trivia. She
Okay.
said she has to work at the bar, but afterwards.
Right. Okay. If not, maybe we can bring someone else down under. Maybe we can see what Newbert's up to.
He'd be a good one.
Newbert, newbie, noobs. How many names does he have?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Newbie is like he has a built-in. He has like a built-in nickname. Like his name is already a nickname.
Yeah.
Like if he played ice hockey or something, he wouldn't need them to make up a nickname to call him. They just call him Newbie.
Noobs.
Newber-Rooney.
Newbert
He
the third.
probably has one of those names. Yeah, exactly. He has one of those names where it's already like a shortened nickname. So like his nickname would be lengthened. Like
It is. It would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Newbalicious. There we go. Done. That can be your
Newble
adult film name. Is Newbalicious.
I don't want to see what kind of film that is.
Come on. You'd click the link. Boop.
For Newbalicious.
For Newbalicious. Newbie-Wan Kenobi. That's very funny, Noob. Pretty funny. So I'm probably going to have to hop off too because Mary's got to work and she's on puppy babysitting duty. So she needs to sleep.
All right. Well,
fun.
Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Make sure that you follow the page. And when you go onto the page, make sure you go up and set the settings so that you see our stuff first. Make it one of your favorites because you want to make sure that you actually get to see our stuff when it comes up. And I will make sure to post information about what's going on this Thursday and what's going on with the election night. And between now and then, make sure you stop by and see us on Sundays around noon.
Yep. We'll be there. Yeah. And anyone that's watching, make sure you share and get our debate post out there because it's going to be a big one. This one's going to be fun. So
we're going to have fun.
They're both warmed up now, and so aren't Phil and I. So we're ready.
And we'll have to get on a little bit early so we can have a preview and talk about what happened with those town halls this past week. That was ridiculous.
Yeah. If we don't stay at the Laurentide too long, we'll actually be on a little earlier. So.
Good point.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Thanks, everybody.
See
have
you
a
guys.
great day. Brevity.